Right, I'm going to be playing in Penny Dreadful Saturdays with Bant Nadu. It's not an actual combo deck, it's basically just Luminarch Aspirant, Hex Parasite, Pippin, try to trigger Nadu, try to trigger Whisker Veil, put some creatures in play, get some cards in hand, lands on the battlefield, and just play like a creature mid-range deck. Just make more creatures than them and attack them. With a lot of evasion. Post-board Arachnogenesis to beat the creature decks. Yeah, I've never played this deck before, but Bapis won the kickoff with this, so I'm gonna see if it's good, if Nadu is the best deck in the format, or if Nadu is broken, like some people have said. Yeah. Alright, it is round 1. I don't know what my opponent is on. Okay, this hand seems good enough. It does need to draw something. Like a Nadu. Or the Whisker Veil thing. This thing is pretty interesting. If I draw either Nadu or the Whisker Veil thing, I can activate it. No, I can't. Yeah, I can activate it twice, I think. For either. Because it enters, the trigger goes on the stack while it's untapped, you tap it, then untap it. And for the Whisker Veil thing, it's once a turn, so you can just do it during your opponent's turn as well. Okay, so opponent did not want to play into Spell Queller. Do I block and kill this? Probably not. The 2-drop is more important, I think, and they might have something if I just play Spell Queller. So I will just counter this. Then go Sunstrike. I guess I do play the land. So I guess next turn maybe I just go Giganta. Then hold up Spears again. Not sure what non-creatures they would have. They might not be playing Flowering, or not very many. I can't block that. Oh, that's actually pretty good for me here. I tap things down and then untap with the Safekeeper. Okay, so I do this. No attacks, I think. I tap down the Bodyguard, and then they can't attack, hopefully. Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize that was symmetrical. But yeah, it's... Wait, what else is symmetrical? It's kind of like a Intruder Alarm and some other old cards. Okay, this is kind of a problem. Though whenever they put creatures in play, I do get to tap down their whole board. So that's something. But yeah, they're getting a little too big, so that even if I kind of go off, they're still going to be able to beat me. So I kind of need to be attacking, but I can't really do that. Maybe I can. So I need Nadu or something. That's a Nadu, okay. So I go like this. I tap. Oh, it's mana value. I thought it was power. Wait, so you can't even target the Whisker Veil. Oh, that's so bad. What? Okay, so I just tap this. What do I do now? This. I feel like I'm just gonna lose. I can go Safekeeper, tap the Bop. I hit a land. I play a Bop. Tap the Bop again. Lose the game. I guess I attack. But, like, what am I actually doing here? Maybe I should have used Safekeeper, tried to find a land. If I did, I could play a Safekeeper, untap the Legionnaire, tap one of my opponent's creatures on their turn. But I can never tap multiple creatures unless I actually play a Spell Queller pre-combat, because they're just not going to play a creature pre-combat. Also, Fear is kind of a problem. Wait, they don't have any legendaries. It's not a problem yet. So what does Fear even do? It can't be blocked except by black or artifact creatures, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. So I can sacrifice the Safekeeper because it's not so important here. I have another one. It's not like Shroud really matters. So whenever my opponent plays a creature, I get a Nadu trigger. That's pretty interesting. They concede. Wow. Okay, I mean, yeah, they kind of couldn't play creatures or they would just give me stuff. And they weren't going that big. I could just play bodies to block. I don't know. Yeah, the Legionnaire is actually so good there. And now Arachnogenesis is amazing. So Spell Pierce is terrible. I don't know why it's a 4 of. I feel like it should be like a 2 of, maybe 2 more on the side. Also, why is it only non-creature spells? Why aren't there mana leaks instead of negates? Also, since there are like no non-creatures in the deck, why are there not Thalias, at least in the sideboard? Not really sure. So, these are the good cards. What are the bad cards? Okay, so yeah, this just doesn't work with the Legionnaire. That's kind of a problem. I thought it was power. Yeah, that just doesn't work. So it's hard to trigger it twice a turn cycle. You kind of need... Well, I guess you have some things. Hex Parasite, Pippin, both can trigger on your opponent's turn. So Meddling Mage is kind of bad here. Is anything else bad? Hex Parasite is not the best. I don't want... I feel like there should be more cards for aggro, because I have a lot of cards I want to side out. Like, I don't really love Spell Queller, I don't love Meddling Mage, I don't like Hex Parasite. So there are a lot of things I want out and not a lot I want in. It's really just Arachnogenesis that I want in. Run afoul is not gonna do anything right. So maybe it is 4 Hex Parasite, I kind of doubt it. I am on the draw too, so it's even harder to get those triggers before you die. So I don't know, maybe it's just 4 Meddling Mage name. I don't know, on the draw, they can get down everything they have before I can play Meddling Mage. But I guess Thalia's Lieutenant, they might not play on turn 2. And that's kind of what I want to name. Could also name Luris, but that's pretty bad, I think. So this is unplayable. This is a 0-lander. Okay, this is better. Is it the Bop? I guess. So this would be a lot better on the play. Okay, a Nadu would be nice. So if I could go turn 3 Nadu with a Legionnaire, that would be really good. Because I could actually tap down my opponent's things to save my life. And that would allow me to actually use Hex Parasite. But I'd have to draw a Nadu like right now. Okay, so I just go Luminarch first. Was that a good play? I'm not sure. Is it Hex Parasite? I guess. Probably, maybe I should have played Legionnaire, maybe not played Hex Parasite. I don't know. No reason to hold creatures, because I can't tap down multiple, anyway. That's really only if you have a Nadu in play that works. I'm looking kind of dead. I need a Nadu, like, right now. And even that would probably not be enough. Because I'm about to die. I probably should have traded. So, I need Arachnogenesis off the top. Or I die. I don't think Nadu does it. But it does do something. So they have 3/3 creatures. I can block with the Hex Parasite. No reason to save it. So I need Arachnogenesis. Actually, Arachnogenesis is kind of awkward with this thing, because if you don't use this on your opponent's combat, it's kind of obvious you have something. So, what are they holding? They would have played... I guess it has to be Lurrus, because they would have played any kind of board buff. Yeah, so the Arachnogenesis wouldn't actually do that much, I think. Because are they going to swing out if I don't activate Legionnaire? Maybe. I guess they probably would anyway. It's possible they have actual nothing, that's why they put Lurrus in hand. I kind of doubt it. Wait, no, I need to activate this. I mean, they just played no creatures here because I have the Legionnaire, obviously. Wait, why'd I buff this? I have to tap it. What am I doing? Okay, so... I concede. So, I had a Whisker Veil. Wow, I actually could have won. Wow. So if I went Whisker Veil, Luminarch it, put Nadu in play, use the Legionnaire twice? Yeah, I don't know, I could have actually done something. Yeah, I maybe should have won that game. If I just played it out. Hex Parasite is a little better on the play, but so is Meddling Mage. But I guess... I don't really want to play Meddling Mage on turn 2, I would rather do other things. I don't know why there are like 4 of them in the main. I don't think Meddling Mage is that good. It doesn't target your things, it doesn't really have synergy with the plan. Like, I would rather play Thalia or something. This hand is... something. It has Arachnogenesis, but it doesn't actually do anything. Maybe I keep it. If it draws Nadu, it wins. Same with the Whisker Veil. Because they just can't do enough damage to me to stop Hex Parasite. And I can just have Pippin as well to trigger them. So I have turn 2 Pippin, turn 3 Hex Parasite Cycle, I guess. I don't know why Prairie Stream is in the deck. I guess it's just a tapped duel with actual types. I guess I go Luminarch. I'd like to get Pippin down early, but Luminarch early is more important, I think. Try to go bigger than their creatures. So I go Pippin. Okay, so I need to draw a Nadu or a Whiskerville. So something interesting with Hex Parasite. I can remove their counters, which could be relevant in combat, but I do need to actually pay life. I don't have a bop, which could be a problem. But eating a creature with that ability could be pretty huge. Okay, so do they attack? They attack with both. I'd rather not block. If I had Pippin down earlier, I could have used that. That would have been nice. What do I do here? I really want both of these down right now. That's a really good draw. So, I activate Whiskerville twice this turn cycle, which puts 2 creatures in play after the 3/4. I do have 2 creatures that are kind of hard to block, though. And the Arachnogenesis puts bodies for me to block with the turn after when I actually get Whiskerville down. I don't know. I feel like maybe this is a pun. I'm just going to do this. This is a 4/5, which is kind of big. Okay, there's a Nadu. I didn't even realize you had to say yes. So it's a good thing I didn't say no. Now this has Vigilance. Okay, so I don't know why I thought I would be able to click again and attack. But I did mean to attack with the 2/2 there. Oh, I guess I forgot I was already in combat because of Luminarch ability. I thought I was in the main phase. So I should just win this. So do I actually use Hex Parasite to activate the Whiskerville? Yes. It also gives me an extra Nadu sugar, so it's not bad at all to use. I could actually get Spell Queller as well. I don't want to wait to Pippin until combat, I think. Not that it matters that much. I'm not sure what exactly I want to use it on. Maybe a small creature, because this is bigger than something anyway. Okay, so they can flip that. Not that it does anything. Yeah, Whiskerville is actually so good. If only it worked with the Legionnaire. If it was power, it would work. Not if you had the Luminarch, though. That would be anti-synergy. Yeah, I think I do just win this. Yeah, I've been impressed with this Whiskerville card, for sure. I think it is time to activate. See if I can get the card. Did the order for that matter? I don't know. Okay, there's Spell Queller. Wait, what? If it's your turn? What? Why is it worded like... Why? Never mind, the card is a lot worse than I thought. Why does it have to be your turn? That makes no sense. Like, it's kind of hard to trigger it during your opponent's turn anyway. What? That's... Why? Why does it need to be nerfed like that? Okay, so they are flipping Kithian. I can go block. I guess I sacrifice something. Is it Hex Parasite? I guess. And then I kill this. Wait, no, I can't. I can't do that because it's the one I give protection to. With the updated rules, it doesn't work, I think. Because I don't actually ever choose the order, right? Like, they can't choose the order and then I do something. So that doesn't work. Which I think is a really stupid rule change, but... What? Oh. Okay, so if they target my creature, then I just gotta trigger. But yeah, they target their own. I can still kill the Gideon pretty easily. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely dead. I didn't even need the Arachnogenesis. I just had all these triggers with the Whisker Veil and stuff. Yeah, wow. I really did not see that text where it has to be your turn. But I think it still is a decent card. Like, it does definitely take over the game pretty quickly still. Alright, it is round 2. This hand is okay. This is why I don't like Meddling Mage, though. So... this is a turn 3 Meddling Mage. And nothing else. It does have Spell Pierce on turn 2. Yeah, I don't like Meddling Mage. Imagine if this was a card that did something like a 4th Whisker Veil. I don't know. Black? This was a combo? Okay, I would like to figure out what this is so I can Meddling Mage the correct card. Bitter Blossom. I definitely want to counter that, I think. It's probably not a combo deck, if they're playing that. But what is it then? Okay, I really need a Nadu or Whisker Veil, as always. I feel like that should be a 4-0 for sure, because the deck kind of doesn't do anything unless you draw one of those. Like, the only reason I won the first match is because I top decked one in both games 1 and 3. Pristine Talisman. What? I need to check to see what they're playing. Okay, so I need to name Death Cloud. Because they're playing like Smokestack, Death Cloud. Smokestack is not a problem. I have a lot of weak creatures. And they don't have a lot of things. I have like black market connections, which is maybe useless because I just attack them, but they do make a 3-2 with that. So they play the Smokestack, which doesn't do anything right now. Okay, there's Whisker Veil. I think I just play this. And target that. Put a Nadu in play. And hope they don't have some other Wrath. So I can go Safekeeper targeting Whisker Veil, trigger Nadu, trigger the Whisker Veil, put a creature in hand. Try to find like Hex Parasite, I guess. I think I do want to do that. So I get Hex Parasite. Spell Pierce, okay. So what am I sacrificing? Is it actually just Safekeeper? I think it is. Actually, I'm gonna see what I might want to name with the second Meddling Mage. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, they can't really do anything right now. So, I don't know. I guess I just target this. I can actually remove counters from Smokestack, that's pretty funny. And then they can just never make me sacrifice. So I guess I'll pass. I have several counter spells up. They are just dead. Even if I didn't have counter spells, they have nothing that actually interacts with the board except for a really slow Smokestack and then Death Cloud, which I named. So, Spell Pierce and Negate seem very good here. Is Needle? I don't think Needle does anything. So they have like Black Market Connections, Smokestack, Death Cloud. So yeah, if I just Meddling Mage the Death Cloud, I should be pretty well off. Maybe get the Black Market Connections as well. So Pippin is pretty bad here. Legionnaire is also not the best. I do definitely need some ways to target things, as I side all of them out. So what do I want? So these things, I should look at their sideboard. Okay, so it looks like they have Bantu's Last Reckoning and Deathmark. So, counter spells are pretty important. Meddling Mages are really good. Protection doesn't seem that important, but I don't know. Is it just Legionnaire for the most triggers? Can't hit Whisker Veil though, which is kind of a problem, I think. I don't know, maybe it's just like this. It's never a Needle, right? I don't think Needle hits anything. So, I'll just run this. Yeah, it feels like in every matchup I have to play cards that I don't really want. I don't know. Though this is definitely not the matchup you expect to face. So, this hand would be good if it functioned. Bop into Nadu with some counterspells, with some mages. This hand, maybe does something. I guess I have to keep it. So, this is not great. Okay, that's something. Taking damage doesn't really matter. so that's fine. I named Death Cloud, I think. Oh, they do have Maze Mine Tome, so I could have brought in the thing. I probably should have waited to play that, but it's fine. So I'm really just scared of Bantus killing my board. So I really need to draw something that targets, which is like a 12 of, I think. Okay, they do nothing. Okay, they played a land and passed. So I go mage, name Bantus, because they potentially have no way to deal with the board outside of their smokestack now. But they definitely have some single target removal, like, they have Deathmark, I think. So, yeah, if they have Deathmark, they can just cast. The meddling mages are just irrelevant, so maybe I should have just named Deathmark. They have Languish. They weren't playing that last time. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I needed the Spears. Or negate. Because the meddling mage, you just have to guess what they have. So, I need some kind of target thing. What is this? Why would they play Lake here? They're just activating the tome? No. They have an expensive card. Grave Titan? Smokestack? Double Smokestack? No, just Bitter Blossom. Double Bitter Blossom. Well, I'm gonna need to go off. So, if I don't draw Hex Parasite, I think I die. And even if I do draw Hex Parasite, I maybe die. Yeah, so Hex Parasite would actually hold off the Smokestack. But they could just, like, draw a Wrath. Or just kill me with the Flyers, maybe. Guess how do I actually deal with a board of 1/1 Flyers? I actually really don't have an answer. Hold off long enough for them to die to it, but they can just sack them to the Smokestack eventually. Deathmark. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Needle is potentially good for naming Tome. I don't know if they have anything else, though. And what's actually bad? I'll play it as a 1 of. So I really just want a Hex Parasite Nadu draw. Or Whiskerville. And then hopefully be able to get like Spell Pierce up for the Wraths. Death Cloud is probably the least scary Wrath. Like, it's harder to rebuild from if they can do it for a lot. But if they can't, then it doesn't actually Wrath my board. It kind of requires Lake or Trit. Unless it's like in the late game. Okay. This is not nothing. A Bop would be amazing. But it's a 4 of. I'm not gonna have it every time. Come on, Drit Black Market Connections. Okay, so I go Legionnaire. By tapping correctly. Wait, I need to draw land. Uh-oh. How many lands are in the deck? Is it like 20 or so? Like, this is such a good hand if I just have a land. And they can't really... I mean, I guess they could do something with Lake. Wait. They don't have a swamp. But they're gonna find one with the tome. Or not. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Yeah, I think I just win if I do anything, because they have nothing going on. Yeah. Do I play Spears? Like, Spears is not very good here. But I guess I'm gonna tap out when I draw land, so it's fine. And if they're laking for something, I might not be able to counter it anyway, because they have 6 mana. Why is it tapped? Like, I don't know about that Spears. I would rather counter a Tome, but they don't have it, or they would have played it to try to find a land as quickly as possible. So I maybe win, because they don't have a land right now. They have a Drit that they top decked, I think. They would have played it last turn, right? Okay, hopefully it's just okay, that's fine. What is that? Why do they still have a 2-drop? It's another Bitter Blossom? That is fine. Okay. So I play Nadu. Okay, as far as lands go, that is definitely the worst. It doesn't cast Spears, kind of a problem. But they probably don't have anything that good. Okay, yeah, that is an unfortunate draw, because now I can't really... Wait. I forgot about Bitter Blossom. Languish, please. Please give me something. Blue land? Untapped blue land, I meant. Okay, I do have the lands to rebuild, but it's kind of hard for me to target something. So I go white, blue. I can play anything now. Okay, so I think I just hold up Spell Queller, because I can counter anything they play, I think. Even if they have the destroy lands, whatever. Which they probably don't want to play here, but... they could have 2 things, that's the main problem. They really can't play Wrath, though. Celestis? I don't counter that. I counter the next thing, which might not even happen. And yeah, Spell Queller is kind of sad. If it's countering nothing, but they do have something, I think. Is it just a Chalice? I don't want to counter that. Do I, though? That doesn't really do anything. But I guess I'm spending my mana next turn, so... Whatever. I guess I should have countered the Celestis. So... Is it Whiskervale or Nadu? Probably Whiskervale. Bop, okay. So, I need them to have nothing. Because I can't really Spears anything. They have like 9 mana. I guess if they Death Cloud for 5, which is 6 my amount of lands, that costs everything they have. And if it resolves, they kind of win. And then I can Spears it. But maybe they play around Spears. I don't know, they'd have to do it for 4, which still kind of wins them the game. Because I lose all my creatures and 2 lands is not really enough to do anything. Wait, and it also kills my hand, so yeah, 4 would be plenty for them. So hopefully they don't have Death Cloud. That is a problem. I can't do anything about this. Yeah, I needed Hex Parasite. I mean, it'd still be great to get Hex Parasite. I guess Hex Parasite wouldn't have even done anything there if it was off the Whiskervale, because it needs to be off, I need to get it at the same time as Nadu. Which would win the game, I think. Wait, what? They can actually kick it? Okay. There's something. So I guess it's Whiskerville again. I go and tap out, not that Spears matters anyway. Okay. Nadu is not that good here. Because I have two of them. It's just Meddling Mage, right? I would love a Hex Parasite or something. That would be the best draw. Still a 4 of, by the way. So, they obviously don't have Death Cloud. They could have a different Wrath. I think I named Death Cloud, though. It is day, so it's staying day. They can loot with that. Is it just Death Cloud? Because I guess a Wrath doesn't kill me. Unless it's Death Cloud. But like, if I play a Wrath, I guess Languish doesn't even kill that, so it's fine. I would need to still target a creature. Like, if they play Bantus, then... so they're just doing that. So if they play Bantus, I still have my Nadus. Though I don't have a Luminarch is the main problem. Discard the lake. Why do they have, like, no lands? They just haven't really drawn lands. They only sacrifice one to lake. They haven't actually used the thing. Okay, so I go... Nadu. Target. Whiskervale. I guess this is the order. I'm not sure if it really matters. Hex Parasite, please. Thank you. I think I win now. I need to find a gate. So I attack. And I guess I just start doing the thing. I could deny my opponent mana. That seems bad though. I could find Spell Queller by targeting the Whiskervale on my opponent's turn. Okay, so I name Death Cloud, I name Languish. They're probably just playing it over Bantus, right? Can I just get a negate, please? Okay. Wait, what do I name? I've already named Death Cloud. I guess it's just like Languish or something. Okay. So, it should be pretty good for me. So they need two things while also getting around Spears for the second one. I don't think they can ever get around Spell Queller without a Death Cloud. Though I guess I might not actually... I wouldn't really want to counter a Death Mark is the thing. But if they played Death Mark, they would have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana up. So they could do the thing for 4. Which might actually let me win the game. Though if I activated Hex Parasite, it would actually just kill me. Celestis. So, if they do nothing, they get to loot again, not that it matters. So I'm doing Well, I'm actually not doing too much damage since they can block the big thing. I'm just doing 9 right now. I could try to Luminarch something other than the Whisker Veil, but why? So I don't think I care. I wish I had like black mana so I could activate Hex Parasite here. I mean, I'm going to activate Hex Parasite here anyway. But I wish I could do it several times a turn cycle. At no cost to my life. Okay, that's a lot of Nadu triggers. Probably a bad order, but it's fine. I don't have Pippin yet. Okay. Another Spell Queller, nice. So they should die next turn. I have Double Spell Queller plus Spears, and I have 1 look at a negate. I guess I shouldn't have put that in play, it does nothing. Like, I killed them next turn anyway. If they have a Wrath, I still have something to rebuild, and that would help to rebuild, so I probably should have just kept it in hand. But I should just have this. I mean, this is kind of the matchup that Nadu is supposed to be really good in, right? I guess it's kind of weak to Wraths, and this deck is kind of built around Wraths. So maybe not. But it's very much a Spears deck. And you're allowed to freely use your life with Hex Parasite, unlike against creature decks. So, yeah, basically they need to somehow Death Cloud. No, Death Cloud, yeah, Death Cloud for 4 is what they need to do. Which they're trying to do right now. And I'm just going to Spell Queller. Okay. 2-0. Alright, round 3. This hand is not good against the Lurrus deck. It's not the worst, though. These can be something else. This hand is very questionable. But it does kind of work. My opponent is playing Lurrus, which kind of implies aggro, which could be a problem here. So I'm going Luminarch and hoping it's bigger than their board. So I really just need to draw Nadu or Whisker Veil, like always. Imagine if this deck could play like Eldritch Evolution. Okay. Imagine if I could draw an untapped land. So, they don't really have removal, right? They can't possibly have removal. It's just like Deathblade Elite that they could have. They could be playing another color, and then they could be playing removal. Like Chain Lightning. Like, they could be Boros Legends, and then they could be playing Chain Lightning. And they probably would be playing Chain Lightning. Which doesn't remove Nadu, but... Okay, so Hex Parasite doesn't look so good here, though it's possible that I can Stonewall them pretty quickly, and then Parasite does actually do something. But I really need a land here. so I can go Nadu. Otherwise, what do I even do? Just play Hex Parasite? Play Meddling Mage? Name Flowering? I don't know. Name Chain if they're in Boros Legends. White Weenie has been, or like Mono White Humans has actually been kind of popular recently. Okay, but it is just Legends. And they chain me right away, that is unfortunate. So, I am going to need to draw an untapped land, thank you. Can I block? I think I'm hoping that they just don't attack, so I don't have to make this decision. Like, I do get a trigger, but I'm just dead if I block and they kill it. It doesn't matter if I get the trigger. I mean, I have to get exactly the 4-drop or Nadu. And I'm not sure that Hex Parasite really does it here. I feel like I do kind of have to block. Because what is Hex Parasite doing if I'm not blocking? I just can't really use it if I'm taking that much damage. That is unfortunate. Yeah, they kind of just had it. And I don't know. I mean, my deck did the thing. And it wasn't enough. Because, I mean, yeah, they just had Chain into Flowering with their creatures. But, like, yeah, the deck just can't be aggro plus removal. So I guess I'm playing Hex Parasite and activating it a few times. But, like, what can it even do? Can this actually do something? So I can block a creature and kill it with Meddling Mage and then shump with a bop. Do I name Chain? Does Chain do anything? Because I'm blocking regardless, right? So I name Mary? So they can't play a haste creature and attack with it? That was the right Mary, right? I can play land. Should I play land? Maybe. I guess. I feel like I don't really have the mana to not do that. Do I activate Hex Parasite right now? I'm dead to Chain Lightning if I do. But do I have to? I feel like yes. I'm not doing anything if I don't activate Nadu. And that's why I did it. Because I can actually use the Hex Parasite now. I guess I do attack here. So, I jump with a bop, I block with a Meddling Mage. And then I have bop up to actually activate Nadu once a turn cycle. So I go block there, block there. So if they have nothing, I maybe win. If they just put Lyris in hand. That looks like a Lyris. It's not. It's several creatures. That's kind of a problem. I guess I have to activate Nadu. I think I'm dead. Oh wait, maybe I should have just played Gigantha. I guess it's the same result as hitting an untapped land. So it didn't actually change anything. Or it gave me an extra land in play for next turn, which I won't have, but... Because anything kills me. So I'm trading Nadu. So I guess they have to activate Kithian if they don't want it to die. They lose this Amaru, I lose Nadu and Hex Parasite. They have to activate Kithian. If they don't, they lose it. Yeah, this is not a winning position for me. Like, they can lure us for something back, and I can't really do anything about it. I have to lose my Nadu and my way of targeting things. I am dead. Yeah, like, my deck did the thing, and it just wasn't enough. Arachnogenesis maybe helps that. Spears could be playable here for flowering. I feel like it's not, though. I guess it's just this. Like, Mage and Hex Parasite are both kind of bad. Like, what do? Mage on Chain Lightning? It's basically a Nevermore for 2 mana, because I can never block with it. And they also have Burst Lightning, probably. I don't know why there aren't any Sylvan Safekeepers in the sideboard. I'm not entirely sure what matchup you would actually want it for. It doesn't do anything against Wraths. Against single target removal, it's a kind of a waste of a creature and your mana on the early turns. It's like against a deck like Boros Legends, Sylvan Safekeeper doesn't actually do anything, I think. Because if they're killing your dorks or whatever, protecting them doesn't do anything. Like, it's okay if you have a Nadu in play, but even then, it's not the best. And if you don't, it's just not doing anything. And you can't really just use it to activate Nadu. Okay, that's a good hand. If they have a turn 1 burn spell, or even a turn 2 burn spell, it's not so good. I can play 3 1-drops next turn. And hopefully have a land, and hope they don't have a removal spell in the first 2 turns. Like, yeah, I really just need them to not have a removal spell. I also need to draw land, so I don't actually like this position, even though this is a really good hand to start with. So I would kind of rather them play a burn spell now than wait, because it prevents them from getting tempo so quickly. Prevents them from going Merry or Flowering if they play a burn spell now. But it is kind of losing for me if they play burn spell at all. Because they play Kithian, so maybe they just don't have a burn spell. Okay, I do not have 2-power creatures. Though maybe I could make a 2-power creature. I mean, I could fight it with a Hex Parasite. That is not a good idea, though. So if they put a counter on something, I can fight with the buff. But that is not going to happen, and the buff won't even be enough now. I mean, I could block here. It wouldn't be the worst play ever, I think. Do I block here? I actually kind of like that. These things are pretty useless anyway. Okay. We are just going to sit here. So if they do nothing, well, if they don't interact with my things, I win. Maybe. Like, if they just play a Luris? No way. Oh, okay, so they have multiple things. Hopefully not a Chain Lightning. Okay. So... I play Whisker Veil here, I think. Not Nadu. I'll do that next turn. Do I put Nadu in play? It's a better blocker. Yeah, it's just a good blocker. I think I'm trading it off, because I have another one. I can never really activate Savage Swipe, so no reason to use that now, I think. Okay, so wait. What do I do here? So I got a card in hand, I did the wrong order again. So I can go double block the Kari Zev, lose one of my creatures. I can maybe get rid of the Parasite. That is not good. So, alternatively, I trade off... Yeah, there's no point in trading off the Nadu. Like, I'm always killing Kari Zev. No reason to trade off the Whisker Veil as well. I think I do have to block here with the Parasite. Right now I'm going to 8, but what do I actually do here? I really want lands, but I guess I will just lose it. Maybe should bluff Spears. Okay, so they did damage to Whisker Veil, which is not good for me. I guess I have both now in hand. I didn't reveal Nadu, did I? I might have. I just revealed Whisker Veil, so they know I have that. Oh, they know I have both. So if they killed one, it would be the Whisker Veil, because it's more expensive. Okay. So I can't Savage Swipe without losing something. No, I can Luminarch. So I go Luminarch. I target Whisker Veil. Put a Meddling Mage in play, naming Chain. Am I naming Chain? Or is it Luris? I think it's Chain. Luris doesn't really matter. It's too like I snowball way harder. And there's Arachnogenesis. That's not really important anymore though. I already played a land? No, it's combat. So I make a Whisker Veil fight something, the Kellen. I think I attack here with both of these. Then I go Savage Swipe the Kellen. What am I playing? Is it Meddling Mage? Yes. What else would it be? And I guess I name Luris. Or do I name Burst? I kinda like naming Burst. No. It's Luris. Am I really blocking with... Okay, that was maybe not a good attack, because now I block with Luminarch, which I don't love. Or I block with a Meddling Mage, which is also not great. I guess I can block with either of them now. Do I have a lethal? No. I have what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? But I have a blocker. I block with the Luris one. Spell Queller. Okay, I'm dead to pop now, so that was a little unfortunate. Never mind. I am not dead to pop. Okay, so I just attack with these two. And it's always lethal next turn, and I also have a lot of things up. Well, I have Spell Queller up, and they can't damage me, because I have Arachno. Which they couldn't do anyway, but... Oh. Doesn't matter. Does it? Actually, I don't have lethal anymore. Never mind. I have 3 in the air. Oh. Okay, so I just do this. And it should easily be lethal. They have Luris in hand, which they can't play. They can play it, actually. So they play Luris, they play a Karizev. Or something. Okay, so they have 2 creatures. Which means... I definitely... Oh wait, never mind. They do not have 2 creatures. So they are dead, right? Easily with that. If I have 1 creature, I have 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, easily lethal. Okay, game 3. I'm gonna need Arachnogenesis to do some work. Yeah, this Meddling Mage is so bad. But what can I really play instead? Is it 4 Hex Parasite? I guess. No, I guess maybe it's actually Spell Pierce over a Meddling Mage. I don't know. They're both pretty terrible. Yeah, I feel like there should definitely be more for the creature matchups. Like maybe some life gain. Maybe something that makes bodies for cheap. I don't know. I don't think we have any like Wall of Omens adjacent effect, but... Okay, this is an amazing hand, but it does kind of fall apart if they have Chain Lightning, which they could definitely have. They probably have more than 4. That is definitely a safer option. But we do not need to play it safe. We are just going to lose. Okay, never mind. So, what's the play here? Is it Nadu? I feel like... Do they have a burn spell? They might not have played it if they have it. And if they play it now, it's really awkward. Because that means if I play Arachnogenesis on their main phase, I don't get creatures. But I do get to kill Mary now, while also getting creatures to block next turn. And maybe even the turn after. So... this is looking really good for me. I could definitely die to, like, pop. Especially if I play Nadu. Like, how does this deck ever beat pop? Safekeeper is good against it, I guess. Uh-oh. They realized. I don't know why they didn't do that main phase. They actually lost the game because of that, potentially. Like, they would have easily won if they just did that correctly. I do play Nadu here because it's a good blocker. Can you not have flowering, please? I'm kind of... Wait, they might not have the land for it. They do have the land for it. They don't have it, though. Or they didn't play it. But they definitely should have played it if they had it. So now they can't attack at all. I go Luminarch. I put the counter on Nadu so I can trade, or so I can block favorably if they play a flowering, which well, I guess putting it on a spider would also help that because it would allow me to kill something other than just jump blocking. So it is kind of bad for me to play an irrigated, for me to play non-basics. I currently am taking 8 from Pop. But I think they would have played it if they had it. Right? They wouldn't save that, surely. And if they have double Pop, I'm dead right now. So they can't attack. But they attack anyway. So, could this be a pop, and they're trying to get that little bit of damage in to kill me? So it doesn't really matter what Nadu blocks. Do I block a Regavan? I guess I probably should. Do they ever have like a board buff? Probably not. Is this a good block? I feel like it's fine. I do kind of want to keep Hex Parasite alive. But it's fine, I'll just activate it right now. So what do they have to say about this? I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess maybe I just shouldn't have blocked that at all. I guess I'm just gonna die to Pop if they have it. Why not? I am dead to Pop right now. I guess I could hit a Spears. No way. They actually just have, yeah. I probably wouldn't have activated again if I hit a... if I didn't hit a non-basic land. Well... if they have Pop, there's nothing I can do. This is probably my last one. That is... Did I actually just say exclusively non-basic lands? That's like 3 in a row. How many lands am I playing? Okay, so... I have like Spears and Spellquiller to block it, but I don't think they have it. They would have played it already, right? So they'll have to draw it, and maybe I can draw through my deck faster, find a Spellquiller. Or a Meddling Mage. They could chain the Nadu here. But that would be completely fine for me, I'd just play another one. And I would still be able to kill the Gideon. No. No, I wouldn't. Not even close. Because they would just untap something and also plus. But I can kill the Gideon right now pretty easily. There is a Spellqueller. So I get the Spider. Whisker Veil is good. I would have loved to have that before the Luminarch. No reason not to play a non-basic, right? Like, I'm dead if they have it regardless. Or if they resolve it. It is a little suspicious. I definitely just forgot the Giganta. I don't have anything. Can I ever just play the Spellquiller as a blocker? Do I fear the pop that much? They obviously didn't have it before, so they would have had to top deck it. I think I do have to counter a flowering for sure. Do I counter like Luris? They have the pop off the top. Okay. I assume it was off the top because if they didn't have it before, if they had it before and they didn't play it, then I don't know what they're doing. Like they could have played around Spears too. Okay, they don't have chain, I guess. So that's okay. That's an amazing draw here. Okay, I would love like a shroud thing. It's not the worst. It's pretty good at triggering Nadu next turn. It is begin combat. I always forget that. I cannot block with Spell Queller. Do I attack with Nadu? Yeah, why not? I mean, I have Arachnogenesis. Of course I can, and they know about it. They're not going to attack. So if I activate Gigantha, I can still do both of these things without using a Pain Land, right? Yes. Am I allowed to counter this? I feel like no. Whatever, they can't attack me anyway. They can never make a bigger board than me, right? Like, they can't actually grow their board like humans can. Because it's really just, they can play their Anthem, but they can't play more Anthems. They can't, like, play Thalia's Lieutenants. They just have their one Anthem. Does that get flying? No. Just a 3-2 double strike. If they attack with both, I definitely play the Arachno, but they obviously don't. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't really activate that one, because that thing can't target it, which is unfortunate. Okay, Pippin is amazing for beating Pop. So they have no fire still, so they're just gonna die fairly quickly. I guess I do nothing about that. I could Spell Queller, but then I lose. Oh, never mind. I was not going to Spell Queller that, though. I do want to have Arachnogenesis up. So I'm not going to play the Legionnaire. Actually, this is a funny interaction. If Arachnogenesis creates a bunch of creatures, it untaps this a lot of times and gives you a bunch of Nadu triggers. Okay, I'm very surprised I won that matchup. I did have some really good draws, but yeah. 3-0. Alright, it's match 4. I'm 3-0, so I make top 4 regardless. I think it's top 4. So this match doesn't really matter, but it is a Nadu mirror. So I guess I named Nadu. They're playing Wight of the Reliquary as well. So they're combining those two, which I think Tigrak was doing in Season 35. I'm not sure what they do without Nadu. Like, what is... I mean, white plus the, like, not to go is good here. 6 is decent here. Imagine if I was on the play, I could have played Spell Queller. Or just, you know, got Nadu down before they got their thing down. Okay. So, I actually like playing Luminarch first. Because they could have the Nissa I saw they were playing. Because I was spectating their match last round. And if they, since they have 5 mana, they might want to play it right now. And I really want to stop it if they do that. It's also just kind of better to get Luminarch first because Nadu does nothing the turn it comes down, and Luminarch does. And I'm also better against removal this way. So they're gonna land... They can play Malevolent Hermit if they want, which turns off Spears. I don't know why they're... It's probably not for the backside at all. Like, they don't care about the counter ability. I could try to block and kill this, but I don't like losing my Luminarch when it's my only thing that triggers Nadu. So, that's what they found off the 6. Hopefully they play Nissa. It does kind of look... Yeah, this is a Nissa. That's really good for me. Because Spears was kind of bad in this matchup without that. I made a little misplay. Was not supposed to do that. I kind of forgot Meddling Mage is symmetrical. I should have named White or something. Yeah. I mean, if I have Whisker Veil... If I had Whisker Veil instead, I could still get Nadu in play. But yeah, I always forget it's symmetrical. Kitesail Larcenist. If I knew they were gonna hit Meddling Mage, this would be fine, but I don't. Is the problem. And even if they can hit Meddling Mage, that's probably because they have a Nadu, and yeah, I don't know. They get to attack if they remove the Meddling Mage. Okay. That would have been better before I cycled. Put it on the Queller. I'm not going to attack, though I could. So I go Whiskerville, maybe hit a Nadu. Not that Nadu actually does that much until I get a Hex Parasite or something, which I could get the turn after. It does seem like they have a Nadu in hand. They probably just want to play the Nissa right now. They would need a land in hand, which they might not have. But they have a land. Do they have another land? So that's 7 mana right now. I assume they have a Nadu. Does that actually count though? It is. They can't play that right now. Nissa from the graveyard. Okay. Playing around Spears. Finding Hex Parasite. Which does nothing until they get a Nadu down. Okay, so I would love to put a counter on Spell Queller, but I don't think I can. What is this? I guess it's probably Legionnaire. Yeah, I really need a Nadu down, but they also want to get Nadu down. I just wish I had found it off the Whiskerville. So I could get Nadu and not let them get it. But I do want to really remove this Nissa before they get something good. That's pretty good for them. It does turn on the Sunstrike, kinda. If I draw if I have one creature, any creature. Wait, so I should just be able to kill Nissa right now. Because I can tap the 6, and then I can Luminarch the Whiskervale, tap the Bop. If I hit any creature. Oh no. Not any creature. So Spears is dead. It was already dead though, so. The thing is, they could just keep replaying Nissa. So I can actually kill their Nissa, but as I just said, they can keep replaying it, so it's not too relevant. Come on, Nadu. What? And now I can't kill their Nissa. I get 6 lands, or 5. 5 lands. Okay. Can I attack with a Whiskervale? They have 6 power, but they lose their board if they block. I mean, maybe I just tap something. Tap the Bop. Okay. So I should be able to kill Nissa next turn just because they're going to play creatures. Wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I punted. I forgot X-Parasite has that flavor text. I lose my Whiskervale. Okay, cool. And I tap... Why'd I tap Bop? That's the one thing that doesn't have damage. They could still kill it without removing counters. They only removed 1. Why? What? That... I don't think that was correct, but okay. That's fine. That's good. So I go like this. So I target Spell Queller and Whiskervale. Find Nadu. Okay. Wait, what happened to this trigger? I click through it? Okay. Cool. So Meddling Mage actually worked, because I drew the Whiskervale. Run Afoul is great here. Removes Bop, removes Nadu. Pithing Needle. Maybe. Savage Swipe probably. Arachnogenesis is bad. I think the counters in general are bad. What does Needle hit? It's symmetrical, so I can't hit Parasite really. I mean, I can if I have the Legionnaire or whatever. What removal do they have? Do I really want Safekeeper? Maybe not. Needle is bad, right? It's Nissa. That's about it, I think. For what I actually want to hit. And I kind of doubt it's a 4 of. It's probably more like a 2 of. But I don't know. I mean, I can just attack it if I have flyers and they don't have as many. So, this hand needs something. Really any land. I think literally any land does it. So it has turn 1 Run Afoul, turn 2 Legionnaire, turn 3 Nadu if I draw any untapped land, which is not most of them, maybe. There are a lot of tapped lands. It also doesn't work with Mystic Gate, I guess. But they don't do the thing. They can still play a flyer, though maybe I want to save it for not. No, I can't save it for Nadu if they play a flyer. And they do have a bop. So the dream is still alive. I could have played a tap land into nothing and then played turn 3 Nadu or hold up Spell Queller or something. But I don't know. If I draw an untapped land, I get to Nadu. Nadu? I can't. I need a 2-power creature. Okay, if I... Oh. Okay. So if I get... two top, so they're planning on putting something in play. That is a problem that I can maybe deal with. I also kind of... There's nothing to do other than just play Meddling Mage, so I'll do that. Okay, so what do I name? It's never Nadu, obviously. Is it 6? Could be. So 6, white. I'm gonna see if I can see their list. Okay, so they have Kitesail Larcenist, 6, and white. Is it actually just Larcenist? I think yes. White is not... White doesn't really do anything. 6 does something, but not really. And... So yeah, I think it's just Larcenist. Like, I could kill all of them with Savage Swipe. I guess that one's kind of the hardest, because they can remove a creature. It can... it has Ward. But, so right now, I am tapping any creatures. Okay, so what this allows you to do, if you have it without Summoning Sickness, it allows you to tap, and they have no creatures in play. You get to tap every single creature you control. Every single creature they control. As they play it. Which is pretty nice for killing a Planeswalker. So it is a 2 or less... Like, they know what it is, so it's a land or a... Okay. So I'm just going to tap every single creature they have. And then I'm going to play Nadu and tap my own. Okay. Revoker... Oh. Oh. That is a little bit of a problem. So, Savage Swipe is nice here. Why do they have so many creatures? What? I would love to, like, remove... Okay, so I can go Savage Swipe. What do I target? Is it... It has to be Revoker, right? Okay, so I can go... Nadu. They might have their own Nadu though, and they're kinda gonna go off harder. could be an issue. I guess I do attack here. They can kill it, that's fine. Do they jump? That is a little suspicious. That looks like a Nadu. That definitely looks like a Nadu. They're scrying, so maybe they're just trying to find a Nadu. I mean, I guess they always save Parasite, right? Because Meddling Mage doesn't really matter. And they need to actually be able to win when they find Nadu, so it just means they don't have a Hex Parasite in hand, I think. That's all it means. So for every creature they play, I get a Nadu trigger, which is 0. Okay. Probably because of that being in play. Wait, why did I do that on end step? That is nothing. I guess I got a tap land, so maybe it was correct. Okay, so I get to go concession. I mean, I was definitely winning. I could remove their Parasite. Any land they played gave me a trigger. I could play another one, so I get 2 every time they made a creature. So yeah, I was definitely winning that game. I had Spellquiller up for Nadu as well, so yeah, they were very dead. Okay, it is top 8, not top 4. Because there were 16 players. I don't know what I'm against. No Luris. That is a problem. I could try to keep it and hope to get lucky. Probably a bad idea. If it did work, that would be really good, though. I think I have to mold a 5. This is not that bad. Well, it's pretty bad, but... I mean, it has turn 3 Nadu after playing something else. If only I could do both. I think it's Legionnaire. It could be aggro with Force of Virtue. Could be... I don't know. Maybe I should have just done Hex Parasite. Yeah, it is aggro though, so I guess that's correct, what I did. Okay, I guess I could have kept both. I obviously didn't know that though. So I may be winning this game. They are probably playing they're probably playing Boros Titans. Could be Azorius, I guess, but... They probably have Chain Lightning in their deck. Has a 4 of. Probably Burst Lightning as well, honestly. Okay, so they played Delia, that's fine. That's bad for them, honestly. So I go Nadu. Okay, I have a blocker. So what do I do here? What if I just attack? I probably do nothing. If I play a creature, I'll tap one of them down. I like this position. But I could just be dead to a Chain Lightning, so... I think I just lose. No. Because I still can't attack if they have a Chain Lightning. Though I probably block. So... Well, they have played a Chain if... I am definitely tapping that one down. And then they can't attack, so I just... do this, I guess? Okay. Maybe I should have played the other creature. I don't know. I think I have to tap down the Lelia. Because it's a 4/4, I can't really block that. As an ability. Githyan flips. Potentially, if I let that happen. So, I tap down Lelia regardless. I probably counter something here. They have no pop in game 1, I assume. I've never seen someone play main deck pop in Forest Legends. So Chain is not scary at all anymore. I don't really need these lands. So I tap that. I assume they'll play something, right? There's no way they ever attack. They know I can just give it Shroud. I don't think I play the Spell Queller here. I could, but I'd rather not. So I go this and name. What do I name? It could be like Chain, but I have Safekeeper, so I don't think that's ever a problem. I guess it's Flowering? Okay. So I just counter the next thing they do. Which also gets me some Nadu triggers. Ideally they play some creatures, so I get some free triggers. I think I do still have to tap Lelia every turn. Which could be a problem, but it probably shouldn't be. As long as I draw some creatures. So I block the Thalia. They could have another one, maybe that's why they're doing this. Oh, they could have Force of Virtue, but I do counter that. It is Force of Virtue. Okay. Another Spell Queller? Cool. And I can do this. So I go attack, attack, attack. Spell Queller, whatever they play, tap Lelia. Should just have this. Okay. So I play Arachnogenesis, Savage Swipe, get rid of some Meddling Mages. I guess I do this. Maybe I want more mages to deal with pop. I feel like Spears is not the worst. Because Spears, I don't know, it hits Force against their deck sometimes. Maybe not. Yeah, if they have it in their opener, it probably never works. It's not like I'm gonna hold it up early. Okay, game 2. This hand is in need of a Birds of Paradise. I really want to play Pippin on turn 2. That would be great. Really needs a bop for that. Though it would maybe just get removed regardless. So they have a Savannah Lions, it looks like. That is unfortunate. So I don't play a forest here, because if I do I can never play a Azorius creature next turn. So I just go Hex Parasite, see if I can draw a white source. Play the Pippin. So they just play Flowering. It's not a great start for them. I wonder what that means. It's not a great start for me either. Because I do not have the life to go Nadu and Hex Parasite it a bunch of times. I just die if I do that. And they have a 3-drop, Lelia. So I am pretty dead. Yeah, I guess I block there. That would have been nice on turn 1. Probably would have won if I had that on turn 1. But now I'm just dead. Like, what can I possibly play here? Play a Meddling Mage, block the Kythian, then play Forerunner? I guess that's what I try to do. Name Mary? I feel like they don't have Mary. Does it ever burst or chain? I die if I have that though, so that doesn't really matter. So what do I have to hit off Whiskervale? A blocker? I can't really hit more than that. There's nothing in my deck that does more. So it's just like Nadu or whatever as a blocker. I mean, I'm just dead. I don't think I can ever live. I guess if they have a literal nothing, that's really the only way. But no, that still wouldn't do it, right? They would still win if they had literal nothing. Like, what does this do? Like, they can just equip that next turn and kill me. Or go... They'd be one off. No, they wouldn't be one off. They would just kill me. Is there actually anything I can find off Whiskervale? I don't think so. But I'll see. Like, one creature is not enough. So I find Nadu. I mean, I can survive. I block with Hex Parasite, have Nadu and Whiskervale alive. That doesn't matter though. So I need to kill their creature, which has 6 toughness. Not possible unless I use Nadu, in which case I die. Because those have flying, right? Do they? They do have flying, so I have to block one with Nadu. Or they could just Price of Progress. So, on the play, what changes? Everything gets better. I guess Safekeeper. I kind of like Spears, but it's kind of irrelevant because it's super easy to just play around. So countering Flowering on 2 would be nice, but they probably don't do that. I don't know, maybe on turn 3, but maybe they would play around it. I don't know. Okay, this hand maybe functions. It just needs lands, and it works. And for them to have no removal. I get rid of Spell Queller because I just can't do that. So I maybe just lose to Pop anyway. Yeah, it does not look great. So they have a 1-drop. Yeah, I desperately need a land here, or I lose the game on the spot. If I find a land and they don't have removal, I probably win, but I can still definitely lose to, like, Pop. So, do they have the removal? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I can't block. So I need a land. I'm not dead. I do desperately need to find a land next turn. And if I do, I'm potentially winning. Nadu gets quite a lot of triggers, and then I have a decent board to block with. I could also just hold up Arachnogenesis. I'm not sure if they have Thalia in. They might play some because First Strike is relevant. But the effect probably hurts them more than me, and I think they know that. So, it doesn't look like a burn spell. So, I think if I find a land, I win, maybe? Come on. That is unfortunate. So, I hit a... I guess it's always Pippin, right? Because Legionnaire is going to be tapped. And making Luminarch a 4/4 doesn't change anything. It still dies to a flowering creature, still trades with a flowering creature, still eats a smaller creature. Shredded Sails? To try to kill Nadu? Okay. And I realize it's irrelevant now that I don't have Pippin. Now that I have Pippin. I also just don't have land, so they want to try to kill me quickly before I can find a land. That could bite them, though. That would have been pretty helpful for them, I think. Though I'm not sure if I would have actually tapped down for them. Not on my end step, for sure. So, do I even tap here? They can't attack at all. Unless they play a flowering, in which case I obviously tap. But if they don't, I feel like I don't because I just block. I mean, they could have... No, if I play a land, they could have Force. Okay. I guess maybe I play around Force now. But they don't have it, okay. And I can just tap Mary here. Okay. So they can never attack. So... what does Senu do? It's kind of impossible for me to block everything. But if they're exiling it, they might as well have just attacked, so... that is unfortunate. I would love to, draw a land at some point. So... I swipe the Senu? It's Senu or Mary, right? Could be Kithian. Because I can't block Senu. Could be Kellen. Could be any of the four that aren't Zergo, really. I think it is Senu. I don't know. Yeah, I desperately need a land. I've had, what, 4 draws? Bop would maybe work. I have drawn some relevant cards, though. Well, yeah, if I had found a land earlier, I would have just won the game. I might still just win by finding a land. I guess it's Pippin that I put it on. Try to make it a 5/5? Maybe? I don't know. Does being a 5/5 matter? Maybe not. So they potentially can't hurt me here. If they play a land, killing could be a 3/2 double strike. Which means I would need to tap that down. What is this? What could they possibly have here? There's nothing with haste. Okay, it's just a cycle. Not sure why they're playing that. I feel like they really want mana-efficient cards in their deck. But I guess it's the cheapest thing that kills Nadu anyway. I don't know what decks they would play it against that don't have flyers. Like, just for the smash. Do I tap anything? I feel like they just can't attack here. So I don't tap anything. They could flip Kithian. But if they do, two things die. So I feel like they never attack, yeah. They can't really surprise me with a burn spell. And even a force, I could give Luminarch protection from creatures. And they can't play a force right now, so. Where is my land? Come on. No reason to tap anything. Could I have attacked, actually? I maybe could have. If I tapped, yeah, I should have attacked there. That was a misplay. I should have tapped something down and attacked. I could still attack. Yeah, I just really need to find a land. I can still win by finding a land. Even though I've gone 5 turns without it. Well, not without the land drop. Like 4 turns without the land drop? 3? That is unfortunate. So so I have to tap something down right now, I think. It's not Kellen, I think. I think it's something else. It's probably either Mary or Kithian. I guess Mary? I'll tap Mary. Because if they play another creature, I really want to be able to tap another thing, which I can only do if I tap now. Did they attack? And maybe Mary was a misplay. Like, I block Kellen with the Luminarch. I give it pro creatures. But what would I do with Pippin? Yeah, I probably should have... The thing is, Kithian is the only thing that Hex Parasite potentially could kill. But it can't actually kill Kithian. So I don't know. I feel like, well, I guess Parasite is not that important, so trading Hex Parasite for Kellen is completely fine. I do wonder if they attack here. Would I have to block... Like, if I trade Pippin and Parasite for Kellen and Zergo, that's not a good trade for me. Well, I mean, if I get a Nadu, I do get a bunch of triggers, so I guess it's fine. I mean, I think they really wish they had Luris here. The Force would actually be really helpful. And the other matchup as well, I think. I'm not sure that they lost. So they're thinking about whether to swing out. Like, yeah, it's good for them. I lose 2 creatures, they lose 2, they get Gideon. Or we both lose 1, I lose 4 health. I think it's pretty good for them, but I don't know. And if I get a creature, if I get a land, it stops being good for them. So they really need to do something, I think. So, thank you. Do I play it? Do I not do? It's really painful if I don't, but I really want to Arachnogenesis. The thing is, I can't tap down any of their creatures if I play Nadu. I feel like I need to hold up Arachnogenesis. They could have Burst, so I guess what happens if they play Burst? I lose? I guess I have to play Spell Queller if they do that. If I play Queller, I kind of die. I guess I just do nothing if they burst. Or maybe I use Pippin because if they attack, I just Arachnogenesis. It's kind of telegraphed. Like, I've had nothing for a while. So they know I have expensive cards in hand, right? So it's pretty obvious that I'll have a Nadu. So I doubt they'll swing here. Like, if they swing, they have to swing out, right? And if they swing out, they're just losing to Arachnogenesis. And I feel like I should have alerted them that I didn't activate Sunstrike. So I feel like it's pretty obvious that I have the Arachnogenesis here. And since they kind of should know that, they probably just shouldn't attack. I don't know if they've played a lot this season. I don't know if they are aware that Arachnogenesis is completely broken against creature decks and is legal. But if they do, they really should not have attacked there. Though it's like, what do they do? If they just can't do anything? Like, can they just never attack? I don't know. I can't actually do anything with the Legionnaire here. If I had Nadu, that would be a ton of triggers, but... Oh, I should not do that. Okay, so what can I kill? So that's 3/3, 2, 2. Well, that's a 3. That's a 3. But only if... It's only a 3 if Kellen is a... Or Kithian is a 2. So what do I... So do I just... I guess I'm only killing one thing. Like, if I do this... No, what am I doing? I go... I can only kill one thing ever, right? And it can't be Kithian. Like, if I go 2 and 2, it forces them to choose. But I could just choose to always hit Kellen. So I guess I'm just killing Kellen here. And forcing them to pay 3 mana. I guess I also block. Just in case. That was terrible blocks if they have something to prevent prevention. But they are just losing Kellen here. And paying 3 mana. So, yeah, I guess that wasn't that bad for them. They basically lose Kellen to flip Kithian. But I do get 5 spiders, which lets me play Nadu and not have any fear of death. So, but like, what else are they gonna do? Just wait for me to play Nadu before they attack? Can they really afford to do that, though, if they're just not able to do anything? I don't know. Probably not. So there wasn't really a good option for them. Maybe they just wanted to call my bluff on the Arachnogenesis. I don't know. But I do just win now. Do I play Whiskervale if I draw the land? I probably do. I could find a Nadu. Getting a creature in play is better than getting like 2. Or, maybe not. Because I have Legionnaire. Which only does something if I have a Nadu in play. So maybe it is just Nadu. But are they really going to play creatures? I feel like probably not. Well, that's not exactly a land. Okay, so they are pretty dead now. Spiders. I would love to draw a basic. I do not have a flyer. I could definitely just attack with a 6/6 or a 5/5 to eat both their creatures. Or kill Gideon. No, they have an indestructible creature, so I could. Okay, if I wanted to kill Gideon, I should have put the counter on a 3/3, so exactly Luminarch, and then gave it protection from creatures, which probably would have been a better play, but I guess now I just do nothing. I do play the stream, I think. I don't use any Hex Parasites, because I do fear pop. They are dead to 2 pops, though. But if I put 1 land in play, they can draw the game with double pop. Which it's extremely unlikely that they have, but they could have definitely been saving 1 the whole game, because I had no lands. So really what I need to lock up the game is Safekeeper. Or just to hold up Spellqueller every turn, which I'm about to be able to do, I think. So, do I just avoid using Pippin and the other thing just because of that? I don't know. I definitely want to use Pippin if they attack, but I guess maybe I just save it for the Nadu anyway. Just because I really need to make sure that doesn't die. But I guess it's not that important when I have Whisker Veil. And just a bigger board than them. I think it is very hard for them to win. So, are they trying to give me a non-basic? Or did they just have nothing to do? If they have double pop, they top-decked one of them. They gave me a non-basic. Surely they don't have double pop, right? Surely. I mean, if they have it, they play it. I guess I do nothing. Okay, I should just win here. I just do nothing. But I do actually attack with Nadu. I threw. I needed to activate that before combat. Not that that creature is that important. So, they have to double block it if they want to kill it. Though I guess that has 4 toughness? Okay, so if they block with that, then I can only kill 1 creature. That's fine, I guess. I forgot about that somehow. But I should just have this game. I don't think they can really do anything about the Spellquellers. So they're just gonna die. I just counter any pops they have. Maybe counter Chain. So I would love a Safekeeper. But the reason I sided one out is it doesn't really matter because it's really only relevant when I've already gone off with Nadu. And if I have that, I can hold up Spellquellers like I'm doing right now, so it's not that important. It just makes it a little easier to close out the game. But it's pretty much won anyway. Okay. Okay, the update actually helped me this time, because I couldn't actually kill this. If I put it first, I would have killed neither. With the old thing. But yeah, I don't really like how the new thing works. I feel like it's just less skill intensive, the new combat thing. Where you don't have to choose the order of blockers that you're hitting. I mean, it's not... I guess it's kind of intuitive since they did it for Death Touch. So it's like, you get to do the same thing with Death Touch. Except not with Trample. So I don't know. where you can deal less than enough lethal damage to both blockers or something. I don't know, I feel like it's not good because of things like it's a pretty big nerf to Pippin, I think. Like, you just can't double block and then protect the one they put first to save both creatures. Which I really don't like. Like, it's definitely a nerf to cards like Pippin. Or just protection in general. They can definitely attack here. Give me a bunch of 3 more Nadu triggers. And Arachnogenesis has synergy with itself, because you get more blockers to kill their things with. I guess the only fear here is double pop and me getting 7 non-basics. Because if I have 7 non-basics in play, then they only need to sneak 1 pop through. So maybe I stop as soon as I get 1 non-basic off this. Okay, that's good. That's something. So I kill that. So they got to save 1 regardless. There's nothing I can do about that. Actually, that was a slight misplay. I could have been guaranteed to kill the Kellen by putting 6 blockers on it. But it's fine, it's not necessarily even better than Mary anyway. And forcing them to use mana maybe does something. Clock damage, I don't know. That doesn't matter. They are about to die, I think. Okay. So I have 8, 13, 15, 16, 20. So they have to remove multiple things to kill me. I also have Savage Swipe to get more power. Spell Queller, I'm not going to use that. But they are dead here. And there's really nothing they can do about this. Because I can tap down any creatures they play. I can Savage Swipe. So I think I'm going into the top 4. Kind of surprised I'm beating Boros Legends. I think I did get pretty lucky in both matches. Like, my opponent here just basically never had removal for my early plays. Though maybe it wasn't lucky, because my draw was not exactly good this game. I had 2 lands for a long time. So I wouldn't exactly say I was lucky. So I still have lethal exactly without Savage Swipe or Spell Queller. But I can actually use Queller potentially. Okay. I'm not gonna do that now. Don't wanna let them pop. Not that pop actually wins for them. So I guess I could just do that. Actually. So pop does 10. If I pay 2 life, that's fine. Let's just take that out. Savage Swipe, why not? Hex Parasite Gaming. I did not mean for that to die. I probably should have just targeted the Nadu. It's fine. So that's very much lethal. I have several counter spells up. I'll leave back that thing just in case. But yeah, they are dead. Rise of Progress was not lethal, but that's fine. I'll counter it anyway. Okay. 5-0. Okay, so it is the semifinals. I'm against the Nadu Wight deck again. This hand functions. Hopefully they don't have a bop start. That could be a problem if they go like turn 2 Nadu. Please no bop, thank you. So what do I name with Meddling Mage? Is it... So it could be the 3-drop, the Kite Sail. It could be... Nissa, because I can't always Spell Queller that. It doesn't... They don't have bop though, so they probably can't get that much mana. But I guess it is probably just Nissa. Vast... Steward of Elements, right? I think that's the right one, hopefully. Why are there so many Nissas? Am I scared of white? Not really. Lotus Cobra? Not a problem. It could have been if I didn't name Nissa, so that's something. So, we are just going to do nothing. I should have maybe attacked. Because I think I am the aggro with the Spell Quillers. Because I have a bigger board with these. That's... I don't really want to counter that, but I feel like it's better than doing nothing. I can't just let them do stuff while I do nothing. Kind of unfortunate, because, like, if I'm doing nothing outside of holding up Spell Queller, I kind of have to let them bait my Quellers. So I can't counter Nadu. I don't know. Okay, so next turn I can play Meddling Mage while holding up the Queller. I am going to attack with both, because if they get rid of their mana, then Nissa isn't really a problem. If they block, they probably have Nissa, but there's a good chance they block even if they don't, because Cobra is kind of useless. Okay, so I guess they don't have Nissa. That's really the only way they would do that, I think. So do I counter a white? I'm not sure. So they play Nadu. I obviously counter that because I die if I don't. I would love my own Nadu. I would... Well, it doesn't actually do that much. Whisker Veil is a lot better, because it lets me get both Nadu and something to trigger it. Because Nadu plus Safekeeper is just not it. I might have to name Nadu. Like, am I afraid of the second one? Maybe. Double Meddling Mage. Am I the aggro deck? Wait, what am I... I can't double Meddling Mage. I guess I name Nadu. Because I can't really beat it and I don't have it, so it is time to aggro deck them. They don't have Nissa, or they would have blocked, right? So I can do this. I don't like, they're kind of completely fine with losing this Cobra, I think, but okay. 2-turn clock right now. So, and they don't have any super relevant creatures. I guess 6 is a pretty big problem because it blocks really well. That's not a problem. They can't kill it, so they're dead in 2 turns if I have nothing. Spell Pierce? I don't think that does anything. Like, I guess I'm playing Meddling Mage, naming something that can disrupt me. But what could they possibly have? If they had 6, they obviously would have played it, right? But I do have to do this, I think. Like, what else would I do? So I guess I named 6. And I should have lethal here. If I play non-creature, I can Spears, and they probably can't Malevolent Hermit, but even if they do, I just attack all. I should just be dead, yeah. So I just out-mid-range them with the Spell Quellers. I don't need Nadu. So, Savage Swipe, run afoul, get rid of the Spearses, get rid of some Meddling Mages, Safekeeper maybe. What does Meddling Mage name? It names like 6, it names Nissa. I don't know, nothing is that important from them aside from Nadu. I feel like I just have a way better non-Nadu plan than them. So I don't know. I don't feel like I really want a Meddling Mage, because the only thing I want a mage is Nadu, but I have that myself, so. But, like, what else would I play? Spears is not great. Like, what does it counter? It counters Nissa, that's about it. Is it really Needle? I have Hex Parasite in my own deck. Safekeeper is pretty useless, right? It doesn't do anything. I don't play removal. Like, they have Larcenist. I don't know what else. Okay, I would love if if I could play a green source on 1. This is an amazing hand in terms of the non-lands. The lands, well, it's a 3-color PD mana base that's trying to play a bunch of green sources. So I have turn 3 Nadu. Potentially, well, not potentially, I have turn 3 Nadu with Hex Parasite. So if they have nothing, I win. Pretty easily. Then I go Whiskerville next turn. So I go Farmland, and then I go Sun Petal, double 1-drop, turn 3. I play Nadu. I potentially play Luminarch as well. That's not a good draw. It's fine. So they can't Spears anything ever. They could have Mana Leak, I doubt it though. Chancery, okay, so they could play like a Nadu, that doesn't really matter. Well, I guess if they go Hex Parasite, we're kind of both going off, and then it's Chaos. Wait, what'd they play? Oh, it was Yavimaya, so they actually can just play Nadu. Or those 2 lands. Did they have it? Please don't. Larcenist could also be really good for them because, well, I guess I could still play Nadu. I just would lose my pop. Okay, so I could play the Forerunner. I feel like that would be a misplay. I kind of want to just go Nadu, and then I play a Luminarch after I find an untapped land. I said untapped. Untapped, come on. Okay. That potentially does something. That's really good against their Nadu plan, because if they don't have a Nadu thing going on, and I do, I just win, I think. And there's no way for them to Nadu when I have Run Afoul, so I should just win, right? Surely I don't lose with the Nadu plan without them getting a Nadu. They have a Nadu. Do they have the Parasite? If they do, I probably have to activate Hex Parasite until I find an untapped green source, which there are quite a few of to try to cast Bob on one. I guess because of tap lands, I don't hate going off right now. They could have their own run afoul, but I would just activate Hex Parasite a bunch of times, play Whisker Veil, find another Nadu maybe. And yeah, if I have Whisker Veil finding a creature every turn, it doesn't matter if I have a Nadu, if I can just remove all of their Nadus. So, okay, that's really good, because they have 6 to replay Nadu potentially, so it's really nice for me to be able to say no. Okay. So I am now going into the finals. Okay, so it is the finals. My opponent is on Yorzhov control. This hand is pretty good. I don't think my opponent really has any way of dealing with Bop this early. They have like Vindicate probably. They could be playing like a Wretched Banquet, I guess. I'm not really sure what their cheap removal is, or if they even have cheap removal, because we don't have Condemn, we don't have Oust, we don't have Path. So, oh, it's Momentum Breaker. Okay. That's annoying. I guess I just hope they don't have anything here. Surely they don't have more removal. No Vindicate, please. No Vindicate. If they do nothing here, I win the game, I think. So, please... Yeah, like that Momentum Breaker was so annoying. Now they have Oath. What do they hit? Probably Bop, right? Yeah. That's fine, I'll just play more. Oh, I played into Wrath. Uh-oh. Surely they don't have it, right? Surely they just, like... play a Momentum Breaker. White? What does that cast? Wrath of God once they play another land? Probably. Wait, it's Yorion. Oh, I didn't even realize. I probably should have expected this then. Okay, so I guess Nadu is a little less likely to actually win. Okay. I would love some lands, please. Thank you. Can I find another... So, I really want a blue land. Okay, so... I want to be able to play the Legionnaire while holding up a Spell Pierce, I think. I haven't targeted... I targeted everything once, right? I can't do this too far, but I would love to find a land. Please give me a land. Untapped land. Come on. I think I have to stop. I can play a Hex Parasite. Okay, that was not very many lands, wow. I really wanted the Sunstrike down, because that's a lot of triggers for Nadu, and I can't really use Hex Parasite once I'm out of life. So, Yorion would be terrifying. That looks like a Yorion. I guess Yorion isn't the worst thing ever. Okay. So they're bouncing Oath, I think, which I can just counter. And will just counter. Okay. So, they do not get to either take me to 1 or kill. I don't know what they would even kill, or try to kill. They'd probably just hit me, right? Do I go Forerunner? Probably not. I need more mana for that. I think I just try to hold up the Spell Queller counter a dam. So if they go Drit, they could have Yorion, which wouldn't actually be that bad. I would just sacrifice a Hex Parasite, they make some creatures, sure. I do definitely want to counter that. So I could just use the Painland for blue, and then use Hex Parasite to get an extra trigger. I think I would rather save the 1 life. Okay, so I would love to start attacking. That is kind of difficult, though. I don't think I want to play Forerunner. Actually, I should have just tapped. Okay, I kind of tell. So now they know I have it. They already kind of knew because I was holding stuff up. Maybe they maybe thought it was something else though. There's a Spirit, which again they know about. I would definitely prefer if they didn't know about it, but it's fine. Just because they know about it doesn't mean they can do anything about it. Okay, so if they play any creatures, I just get Nadu triggers. And I really want lands. I do have to pay life if I want to counter 2 things. But that's fine. I should have counter spells for long enough to kill them. And it shouldn't even be close, I think. Though, wait. Did I punch? Maybe. That's fine. They can't do burn damage. I'm not blocking with Bop. I would love if I could play this Spell Queller. Thank you. I don't know why I'm thinking it has Nadu mana cost. Okay, so I don't know why I did that. What am I doing? Okay, so I got a bunch of things going. I attack for a lot. I tap down the core. And then I win next turn by swinging out. I have 2 counters up, just barely. I have to counter anything that deals damage to me. Or, oh, Blink doesn't work. They are just dead. They know about both. No, they only know about Spears. They don't know about the other Queller. So it is pretty over. A Wrath. Hovership. Is this my list? I think it is my list that I 5-0'd with. Because I was playing a copy of the Hovership, which no one else is really playing, I think. I really wish this was legal when Flicker Post was possible. Because this card was really cool in Flicker Post. Or it would have been really cool in. Because it, if you flicker it before the ETB happens, you just permanently exile their creature. And you can crew it with the Eldrazi Displacer. So that would have been pretty good in, like it could have been mono white even. But probably like Selesnya. So they're playing Yorzhov. Run Afoul is probably unplayable. Most of these cards are pretty bad here. Meddling Mage is interesting because you can name Dam, which is pretty important. But maybe I don't care. Can also name Yorion. Spell Pierce, not the best. Maybe Negate is better, I guess. I'll play one of Arachnogenesis. So, Yeah, the Wrath decks can definitely be scary because if you don't have an answer to the Wrath, you maybe lose everything. And like, you can rebuild if you draw a bunch of cards, but if you use Hex Parasite, you can't really use it again. So that could be a problem. The 4-mana thing is really good at rebuilding though, so there's that. The Forerunner. So the sand is good. So, what do I play on turn 2? If I play... So if I Meddling Mage Dam or something, I can just use the removal and it doesn't matter that I did that. But, if I Pippin, they can also do that, which is maybe even worse. I feel like I really need Pippin because that's the only good way to trigger Whiskervale. So I name Dam, which probably just eats a removal spell like Momentum Breaker or Oath of Kaya, which is not the worst. And then I can go Pippin plus Farmland, and that gets removed as well, and I lose. Seems like a pretty likely play. Lost Legacy on Nadu? That's actually fine. It's definitely bad for me, but it's not the worst. It does let me safely play Pippin. I can actually win without Whiskervale either, because I just like play creatures and play like Spellquellers to counter their cards, and then I just have so much tempo because of Spellqueller that I win. So do I want to hold up Spears? Or do I just like play Safekeeper? I think I just play Safekeeper. It's never the tap land, right? So I can't really use this, but it's kind of hard for them to remove anything. Like the Edict just kills Safekeeper. They can't Dam. The Oath of Kaya, if they have a land, they can kill Pippin, but otherwise no. I guess if they kill Meddling Mage, that's kind of a problem, because I can't hold up Spears ever. So, it looks like an... what does that look like? It doesn't really look like anything. Double black is what that gets them. That is terrifying. So, they don't play Elspeth, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, they're just playing Kaya, Oath of Kaya, and then maybe another Oath or something else. They can't Dam. Safekeeper? I never protect that here. So they're playing another 3-mana thing. Could be Oath of Kaya. Do they realize that only hits artifacts and creatures? I feel like they intended to blink the Oath with that, but okay. Why did they play that? Just to stop me from attacking? That does not seem like... I would have just hit the Pippin. You don't even need to use the Druid for that. So... I think I do play Whiskervale. Like, I would love to have Hex Parasite up so I don't have to get rid of the Pippin. And so I can hold up Spears as well. Is it Hex Parasite or Meddling Mage? Mage can name a removal spell. Hex Parasite can trigger again. I kind of like Hex Parasite. It's kind of hard for them to actually remove the Whiskervale. Just because, it doesn't die to an Edict, it doesn't die to an Oath of Kaya. And they can't Dam. So they have very few ways of actually getting rid of it. I don't know what they could even have. The hover ship. Which is probably one of, because it's my list. Abstruse. Okay, I guess that one is... Kaya... doesn't really do it. Okay, so they make me discard. Is it Hex Parasite? I guess. So they can't really have anything here. Never mind. They can kill Mage or... Okay. I can currently counter Dam, barely. So I think I just... Do I use Pippin on my turn? I think I do. Bop. Not great, but it's fine. Nothing was that good here. I mean, I guess it's really just the counter spell that I want. Luminarch for sure. I name creature, of course. I put the counter on Hex Parasite. I kill the Kaya, I hold up. Oh, I forgot about that. Not that it changes what I would do. It's not like my life is important, because really the only reason it would matter is Hex Parasite, and I don't have Nadu in the deck, so it doesn't matter. That's probably not how I want to tap. Yeah, I guess it's this? Maybe not. I don't even want to play the Bop. So right now I can actually play Spell Queller if I find it. What is that? Cruel Claws. That's fine. Okay, yeah, they don't really get anything from that. They take my Bop, whatever they take Pierce. They can't really counter anything. I have plenty of mana and I don't really have non-creatures. Other than, like, my own Spears. So I do need to remember that they have it. Which is a very easy thing to forget when it's in my exile, among a lot of other things. Spell Queller is amazing. A second one would be nice, but I don't really care. So I put Giganta. That is... I mean, I shouldn't do this right now. I should definitely wait, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I named Yorzhov, actually. Because them getting Oath and Nuke Bobble is actually pretty good for them. I think I do attack like this because their life total is much more important than mine. I guess if I was doing that, I should have put the counter on the Parasite, but it's fine. So their life total is more important than mine. They're not going to kill me. If they win, it's because they wrath all my stuff. Like, I really need to kill them before I run out of answers to wraths. So, I don't care if they can crack back. That just does nothing. I don't counter this. I sacrifice the Parasite. Spell Queller? I guess I do play that now. So they put Yorzhov in hand? Or they hold up Vent. That's fine too. Okay, that's good. So... I should have activated Pippin earlier. Well, I guess I'm not even activating Pippin right now. Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay. So I do this and go pro creature on the Parasite. And I do this because I like winning. The Legionnaire, that's fine. Tapping down their creatures is pretty relevant, I think. Okay, and then I just hold up Double Queller, and they kind of have to have, like, a more expensive Wrath. Like this cycling one. Okay, so I win the tournament 7-0. Okay, so I won 7-0 with Bant Nadu. Exact list. Pretty much all of my matches felt close. I guess not in the Nadu mirror. And the last one wasn't too close either. But like the first 3 felt very close. Like the aggro matchups just felt close. So the deck is okay, I guess. It didn't really seem that good to me, even though I went 7-0. But I don't know, I just don't like creatures, I guess. But there are a lot of changes I would make to this list. Like I would cut meddling mages. I don't think they're very good. Maybe move them to the side, or some of them. Maybe play like some of them, not all. I would play 4 Forerunner for sure, because you need to draw one of these two pretty much. Would maybe play more Pippins. I don't know. Legionnaire is okay-ish. Safekeeper. I would maybe move them to the side. Or play like 1 and 1, 1 and 2. I'd probably play less Pierces, maybe play Mana Leak in the main as well. And like a 2-2 in the main. The mana base felt bad, but I don't know that it could actually be better. It actually felt like I didn't have enough lands, even though I feel like 23 should be too much. Arachnogenesis should maybe be in the main. It is amazing in the sideboard though. Just amazing against creature decks. Run-a-Fowl probably shouldn't be a 4 of, because it's for the Nadu mirror. And it's very good there. I would definitely play Mana Leaks before Negates, I think. But some Negate in the side is fine. I don't know what Needle is for. And I don't like Savage Swipe, but I guess it might be the best removal spell, because the white ones are bad this season. Yeah. So that was the tournament.